back again. We now welcome on a very special guest. He is our colleague. It is Troopz. You can find him on Twitter. What's your Twitter? Troopz?
Troopz AFC.
With a Z.
A with a Z.
So if you haven't seen him, he is a London-born Arsenal fan, super fan, very, very interesting up-and-comer in media world, AFTV. We'll get through all of it. But first, we want to congratulate you. Big win over Leicester today.
Leicester.
Leicester.
It's spent Leicester.
Listen, we've been talking about Leicester City for 5 years now. When they had Danny Drinkwater and they were 10,001. You probably don't remember it. You just got into EPL. But they were a big deal. We know how to pronounce Leicester.
Leicester.
So, all right. So let's start with your backstory because I actually think it's fascinating. You were just a regular fan.
Yeah.
And you got found by doing being interviewed outside Arsenal Stadium.
Yeah.
What was the interview about?
We just lost in the FA Cup. It was the quarterfinal, and I used to go on another show, but it was like more urban. Obviously, Arsenal Fan TV is a bit more commercial in the YouTube one because football's a funny game, innit? Like you don't really get people like me talking about football or people from like my kind of environment. So I was always kind of skeptical to go on it. But then that day, my guy wasn't there. So he was like, yo, go on Arsenal Fan TV. I was like, I'm not going. He's like, blood, if you don't go, I'm going to be mad, innit? He's like, go. So I went. And then literally from then, the thing just took off, blood.
What was the original interview? What were you mad about? You just ranted, right?
Yeah, like at that point, like it was like Wenger in, Wenger out.
Now, who's Arsene Wenger for the people who don't know? You wanted him out?
Yeah, I wanted him out.
But so he must have sucked.
At the time, he was kind of not doing too well.
He isn't like historically the greatest manager of all time or anything, right?
Nah, he's top 2 for us.
And you wanted him out?
Yeah, because like every story has an ending, and that story got to that ending.
It was Troopz saying, "Get this fucking guy out of here."
I think there's some truth to that, though. Like a lot of times, somebody will stick around a little bit too long, and you think like, okay, this guy is. You know, I can't imagine the team without him because he's been coaching it or managing it for this long. And so people are like reluctant to be that first person to be like, get him the fuck out. Yeah. And you were one of the first voices that said that. I also heard that you stepped into a fight and you helped to defend the guy that was going on one of these rants. And that's the reason that he pulled you aside. He was like, okay, I want to hear what this guy has to say because he helped me beat up this guy after the game.
No. I didn't help and that wasn't even Robbie. That was Kenny Ken. Kenny Ken was doing the interview.
Great name.
And then he come off and then one of the Wenger ins tried to attack him. So then it was mad, bro. It was probably like Wenger in v Wenger out. So obviously I'm Wenger out.
Right.
Like I've seen like we used to call them AKBs. Arsenal knows best, because that's what they say. Arsenal knows best. AKB. Everyone follow Arsenal. Obviously, they called us the Wobs, Wenger Out Brigade.
Okay.
So it was like AKB versus the Wobs.
And
Wob worldwide.
So people who don't follow, like what I just said, the joke I made at Troop's expense about how Arsene Wenger, like he actually is basically Bill Belichick, right? Like if you went through, he is one of the most acclaimed managers in all EPL history, correct?
Yeah, facts.
So it's a big deal.
Yeah, it is a
when
big deal.
People are saying they want him out.
Yeah.
And he was older, and it was kind of past the time.
Yeah, it was kind of like going for your granddad.
You're right, but it is a big deal in the fan base.
Yeah,
so it's kind of a right place, right time, right?
Yeah.
Because this is, I would imagine that was a lightning bolt through the fan base of who wants him in, who wants him out.
Because literally, like I did my interview on the Sunday. There was a game on the Thursday. I couldn't get tickets for that game, so I watched that game on TV. Then there was a guy in the stadium, DT. He pulled out the banner, which said, Arsene, thanks for the memories, but it's time to say goodbye. And then obviously on Twitter, it's picked up a lot of heat. Ian Wright, obviously you know Wrighty, that's my hero, my idol. Like to be cool with him now is a dream. So it's kind of like Brady and Dave. You get me? Where when you're cool, you're like raw, like it's bigger than Aubameyang. You get me? Me and Abba, that's like but Wrighty's the one that. And then Wrighty went for DT, like saying, "Oh, you're a prick. Why are you doing that? Have some class, rare tear." And then DT called him. He called him something. I think he said, "Fuck off, you melt" or something. And I'm there like, bro, this is Wrighty. Like, how are you saying "fuck off, you melt" to like the legend of the club?
Wait,
like,
fuck off, you melt?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Melt is like, I don't know, like you wanker, you douchebag.
Okay.
Douchebag for you,
hell
lot,
yeah.
innit? Like, fuck off, you jerk off. Like, wait, they call him a jerk off. Oh, fuck these headphones, blood.
Your hair's too good for
Yeah,
those
my hair's
headphones.
too fresh, fam. You understand?
Yeah.
But from then, like he was going back and forth with Righty, but I was in the middle because obviously I'm a big Ian Wright fan, but then I agree with what my man's saying about Wenger. So then on the Sunday now, I've gone on because a lot of people are not like they're going against the minute kind of thing. So I came out and I was like, I don't know my man. At the time I never knew him. Obviously after then me and him got together and rare tear tear. Not together like that. Like
What does rare tear tear mean?
Etc.
Okay, got it. I like
So
that.
then I came out on my and I was saying like, yo, like I don't know this brother, but I agree with what he's saying. Like Wenger needs to go now. You get me? Like enough's enough type of thing. And then from then it just like I don't know.
All right, I got two dumb questions. One, Arsene Wenger. It's just like a total coincidence that his name is the first sound of Arsenal, right?
Yeah.
Total coincidence.
Because they used to call it Arsenal FC. So we used to say it's Arsenal FC, not Arsenal FC.
Okay.
1886, not 1996.
But he did. If you do the, I saw a
He's
statistic.
top two managers.
Yeah, no, I saw the statistic that it's like games won, or maybe it's trophies won in the EPL. He alone is like number 4 on the list. He has more wins than like Tottenham.
Yeah, he's
So
won
he's
more
that
games
good.
than Tottenham.
All
Right.
The other thing I've
Nah, but
always
Tottenham
wondered.
is shit. It's not hard. Like, do you understand? To have more wins than them.
What are your thoughts on Harry Kane?
Fuck them, man.
Spits when he talks.
Something like that.
He doesn't get. He doesn't like when I say that because you're not supposed to say.
You don't
that.
like Harry Kane, so yeah. Do you
fuck Harry
do you
Kane.
root just as hard for like the English national team as you do for Arsenal?
Yeah, definitely. Like,
Okay.
but
when
not full.
Is it coming home?
What? Yeah. Which one is number 1?
It was supposed to come Arsenal.
Okay, not even close. See, the look you gave me, like you would sacrifice England never going to a World Cup again if Arsenal had a great run, right?
Yeah. Because
Okay.
like England is like every 4 years, every 2 years. Arsenal's week in, week out. It's a constant in my life. It's from August until May. There's only a 2-month gap, and then I'm back in again.
Do you remember that? You remember that
is-
goal that David Seaman gave up to Ronaldo in the World Cup when it was a free kick?
That
and he
was
like, trying to
Ronaldinho.
cross it. That Ronaldinho.
Yeah,
Yeah, he was supposed to cross it and just
Yeah.
like went right over his head.
Yeah.
That was embarrassing.
It wasn't really embarrassing. The man was like 39. You get me? He already won 4 league titles. You get me? One of England's greatest ever managers. Arsenal's goalkeeper. Sorry. You get me? Like David Seaman's a legendary keeper. Like better than any goalkeeper that played for that shit.
Was
For West Ham?
Let's get that.
Yeah,
in.
well, that's a pretty low bar.
Was
in
what-
my deep history of West Ham.
Yeah.
I'm a Jorge Campos guy though, through and through.
Who's that?
Campos, man, short king,
Who's that?
Mexico's goalie.
No, that's not him. That's the
you're thinking
Colombian
of
one.
you're
Colombian
thinking
one.
of, you're
At
thinking
England.
of
He done the Scorpion.
The Scorpion.
Yeah, the
Remember that?
Yeah.
Did you
Yeah.
ever see that? Show him that clip.
Yeah,
Yeah,
No
that's
Scorpion.
very
They took a
sick. You can
shot, yeah,
Google it.
and then he's flipped forward and gone like. Blood,
When-
it was the maddest save.
when Benham with Beckham came out. Is that when soccer kind of exploded in England too?
No, it was, bro. Are you deluded? Brother, the only thing that's not big in England is fucking NFL, bro.
England's big in NFL.
Have you seen the fans dressed up?
Yeah, what are you talking
They-
about? Everyone's a Jaguars
Yeah,
fan.
they wear
Nah,
like the
but no,
face paint and
yeah,
shit.
for a day.
Huh?
For a day.
You don't watch Super. I actually loved it. Troopz on Super Bowl Sunday was like, what's the best channel to watch the Super Bowl on?
Yeah, I don't know, bro. Like, you get me, man. Are there like it's only on one channel? I'm like, brother, do I watch fucking NFL, bro? Like, man, I look like, why are you laughing at me for? Like,
So-
when football's on, there's beer channels you can watch. Do you
Right.
understand? If the World Cup finals on, you got it on fucking BBC One. You can have it on ITV.
Be in.
It will be on fucking like Sky. Will have a little bit of coverage. BT. You lot just have like, where is it? CBS or
Yeah.
CBS is what it was on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
ESPN.
Yeah.
You get me? So
Yeah.
I was. Cause I wanted to. I'm trying to get into it.
Right.
So-
I like that. I appreciate
yeah.
that.
So going back to like when you first started becoming a football fan, how do different Londoners pick which London team they're going to support? Is it a neighborhood thing,
It's
or is it
more-
just
Yeah, like
something
how-
that's like from your parents that's passed down?
Yeah.
It's a family thing because even if you live in London, you don't have to support a London team. You get me? Like a lot of my friends, like my era, the best teams were Arsenal, Man United. So a lot of my friends are Arsenal, Man United, and then the next, the generation under that is like Chelsea. A lot of Chelsea fans came into it because obviously Abramovich
They
went
got
there with the
good,
money, and then their club came alive because nobody fucking knew Chelsea until Abramovich come. You understand? There was a cup team. They used to do well in the cup competitions. So the FA Cup, the Coca-Cola Cup. They do well in Europe as well. Not the Champions League, but they had like a UEFA Cup, Cup Winners' Cup. But when it came to like consistency in the league, the man, there was shit. You understand? The consistent teams were Arsenal, Liverpool, Man United, Man City, Chelsea, Tottenham, all these man, Everton, they're new. Well, they're not new, but like they're new to coming to the top of the pile because there was only 3 teams back in the day: Arsenal, United, or Liverpool.
What happened to Tottenham? Was it Robbie Keane that switched it around, or was it new money coming in?
Tottenham was, I say, they started getting better when it was the Robbie Keane era. So it was like when Martin Jol was manager. So they had like Robbie Keane, Jermaine Defoe, Michael Carrick before he went to United, Berbatov, and then man started to come in. So it was from around 2005 when Tottenham started to come into the fold.
And you hate Tottenham. That's the big rival.
Tottenham and Man United.
Man United. So list all the teams in London.
In London?
Yeah.
All right.
In the EPL.
So Arsenal.
Manchester United.
You dickhead. That's like me saying, the Chicago Bears play in LA. You understand?
Oh, I want to talk about Kroenke in a second. But go ahead.
Fuck them, man.
Yeah, list the teams.
Fuck them. All right, so you got Arsenal, Chelsea, Tottenham, West Ham, Fulham. Who else is up? Who else is in the Premier League?
No, Liverpool's not. Yeah.
Liverpool's in Manchester.
Yeah, Liverpool's about 45 minutes from Manchester. So that's like up north.
So, how do season tickets work? Do you have season tickets to
Yeah.
And you get like, how does it work?
You
Is
pay.
it super expensive?
I pay like £1,500, which is probably about $2,200.
Oh, for how many games? 20 games?
You get all the home games, so that's 18 in the Premier League. More time we're in Europe, so you'll get 3 of the group stage. And then you'll get a couple, and you'll get the FA Cup if you get drawn at home, the EFL Cup if you get drawn at home. So it's about 25 games.
Now, the game days. So I would love to go to a game. We got to.
Yeah,
go
when
to
we
a
go
game.
London,
Yeah.
you man are rolling.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
we're
get
gonna
West
go
Ham
get-
Arsenal tickets.
Yeah.
I would love it.
I'll get you in the away end so you can go with your
gonna be
irons and all that.
Blowing bubbles and shit.
Yeah, you can blow your bubbles, and I'll be fucking popping them, mate.
So do you go? Like every game day? You go to the pub for a few hours before and then roll into the stadium.
Nah, I don't really do the pub thing because obviously I'm filming, innit? So I've got a lot of match day. If the game's on a match day and I'm in the country and like we're allowed to go to the stadium, I am so busy from my wake up.
And who sits down and comes up with the songs that you guys sing? Does Arsenal sing?
Yeah, we got bear songs. That's like
Not better than Liverpool.
Liverpool. What do you mean?
I
I got songs that I can't even sing, bruv.
Which one is
Suarez?
Look,
Which one is we
you're
got
so American. Like, let's go
Lottie.
Liverpool. Let's go Liverpool. Like, you're so whack, blood. You see that? Who are you gonna intimidate? You're supposed to intimidate the players. You're supposed to intimidate the fans. Intimidate the opposition.
So what's yours? Like I'm gonna cut
like
you
we'll
up.
sing hello, like for the Tottenham song. So we'll
Okay.
say hello, we are the Arsenal boys. Hello, we are the Arsenal boys. And if you are a Tottenham fan, surrender or you die. We all follow the Arsenal. Hello. We understand this.
That's pretty good. Yeah.
You get me? Like, what do you think of Tottenham?
Yeah.
And then I'll say, what do you think of Tottenham? And then the whole crowd will go shit. And would you go? What do you think of shit? And then someone will go Tottenham. And then we go thank you. That's all right. We hate Tottenham. Shit like that.
I like that.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
What about the scarves?
Wait, but
Scarves.
it's
Yeah.
some.
What do you mean?
Just what about them? Like how come scarves became the thing that everybody has?
That's just
and
like the colours.
everyone
innit, of the
holds
club.
up. Is
So
that
like,
certain?
Obviously, yours is like claret and blue.
Yeah, this is
Understand?
actually a really underrated color scheme. I feel
Yeah,
like
yeah.
more sports teams around the world should use.
I don't
the
mind
blue
West
and the
Ham.
burgundy.
You understand? Like we used to have beef back in the day. Your famous hooligan Cass had a thing with the Gunners back in the day, and there's actually a film on it as well.
Mean Street Hooligans.
No. You need
Green
to watch.
Street.
Not Green Street. Oh,
What is it, Gunner?
Oh my.
Yeah, what
Gunner,
is a
that's
gunner?
me.
Yeah, what is
Gunner's
it?
like a.
Me too.
A gunner's like a patriot. So I'm a gunner.
I'm a gunner as
Now
well.
you're a swan.
Yeah, but they're down.
Yeah.
They're
I'm not cussing him, bro.
no,
I'm not cussing him.
No, I know. I own
He's a swan,
Swansea.
blood.
I own
His
Swansea.
teams are the
But
Swans. He's a
they're
hammer.
not- They're not up yet.
You're a
So-
hammer. Like you're
yeah.
a hammer. I'm a gunner. You're a swan.
Yeah, but they're not up
Like
yet.
you're a
so I'm
swan,
gunner
blood.
right now.
Like look, big cat, swan. You're just bare Pink Panther. You're just one.
Dude, swans will
Fruity
fuck
Don,
you
innit,
up
blood?
though. Like real talk, have you
yeah.
ever met
it?
it?
Like,
Yeah.
Troops, have you ever met a swan?
of course I've met a
Swans will like fuck you. They'll break your arm.
Yeah,
I
but
know,
right
they're
now,
dangerous.
if
Yeah.
they don't come up because they're in the league
he's
below
more like
the
a geese.
England Championship.
Do you remember fucking the Aristocats?
Yeah.
When they butt the geese, the French ones.
Yeah.
When they're bopping and
That's
the arse
me.
is just going like woodum woodum. You're the drunk. You're the drunk granddad with the half hat.
Unfortunately-
he's got hiccups. He's like, that's you, blood.
Unfortunately, I'm a gunner right now, and there's nothing you can do about it.
The Arsenal fans actually like you for
Yeah.
some weird reason.
Because I like it.
They think PFT's very knowledgeable on the game,
Okay.
and they like you for some reason.
Yeah.
You
I
get
do
me?
know a lot about soccer.
Yeah,
Just a
especially
fact.
in the. It was
Yeah,
that
he's
hard-
wearing this jersey. He did this just by accident.
I know.
Yeah, I didn't know that you were going to come in. This is what I wear typically. Usually in NFL games, I'm rocking I got one eye on the EPL, one eye on the NFL. Fun fact, a lot of people don't know this. I scored the highest on the referee test, the FIFA ref test, of anybody in the history of the state of Virginia. Got 100 on it.
You see?
I think people do know that.
Do
You
they?
said it.
No, I said it on Twitter.
Nah, he
one
said
time.
it to me.
Yeah.
But I remember when we was in the corridor. I was like, rotted, blood. You might have to get involved in the FA, fam.
Dude, I know everything.
How ba-
I fucking hate VAR, not because it gets things wrong, but because it takes away jobs from actual referees like me.
VAR is shit, right?
Nah, I like VAR. It's just the people.
You like it now?
The people that run it just don't know how to use it.
You hate all the refs, though.
Yeah.
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 They all suck.
Every single
So
one.
what's up with Arsenal this year? They stink.
There's a lot of things. You get me?
Yeah, like tell us what do they have to do to get back to what you were saying, when they're the top of the table.
We need to buy some serious players.
Okay.
You know, we need to invest in.
So here's a good follow-up. Stan Kroenke, what are your thoughts?
He's an arsehole.
He's your owner.
But he's an arsehole.
He owns the Rams. He owns Arsenal.
He owns the Nuggets. He owns Colorado Rapids, and every fan base hates him.
No, I don't know about that.
Every
I
fan
think the
base
Nuggets fan base
hates
is
him.
probably
I think the
okay
Rams,
with him.
You know, the
The
LA
the
Rams
Nuggets-
fans like him because they brought.
Yeah,
he
the
brought him
Nuggets
home.
don't fuck with him. The Rapids hate him.
So
the,
why
Ars-
don't
the only ones who like him are probably the Rams.
so why don't you do Kroenke out? I saw you did Arteta out, right? You led that.
Nah, I
movement.
didn't know. I am Arteta out. I didn't do Arteta out.
But
There's a
wait,
difference.
you also were Winger out,
Yeah.
and now you're Arteta out. Don't you feel like
You're
maybe
that
you
guy.
fucked up? You like, hey, Winger's looking pretty good to us right now.
Nah, because if he had left earlier, then we wouldn't be in this position we're in now. He held on and made us drop to that state, to the state we're in now,
Which is a sad state,
which is not Arsenal.
right?
It's not Arsenal. Simple as.
Well, but maybe this is Arsenal. Maybe
Nah, it's
this is
not.
just what you are now.
We're not the Chicago Bears.
Yeah, but that's
It's
right. You could
We're
say,
a serious team, blood.
but you could say
We're not clowns,
You might not realize it,
Yeah, yeah.
but in like 20 years from now, when you are still middle of the table, that is what you are.
Nah, but we're not going to be middle of the table 20 years from now. This
You
is the
think-
lowest we've ever been in
you-
our... We was founded in 1886, and since 1886, this is the lowest we've probably been. We've never been relegated.
You guys were almost relegated. You were in relegation position
But
like
we
just a
n-
few weeks
but
ago,
we've
right?
never been relegated.
Yeah, there's actually like 4 teams, right?
Arsenal, Everton...
Liverpool, Manchester United have never been
Nah,
relegated.
United got relegated.
Oh, they did.
Wait,
Liverpool
how do you
got
pronounce
Liverpool
Everton?
relegated.
That was sweet.
Everton.
Everton.
Yeah.
Everton.
Okay, so
I love it.
This motherfucker.
what? So all right. So what do people like? We're soccer fans.
Yeah. Football.
Soccer.
Football.
How can we make the sport bigger in America?
Work with me.
Yeah. Well, okay. So then what else?
Work with me.
Less flopping.
What do you mean less flopping?
Less
The
flop.
diving, the embellishment.
Nah, diving's part of the game.
No,
You
it's
like
not.
that part.
I don't
awful.
I don't like it, but it's part of the game.
It's
if you
awful.
if you don't dive, then the referee is not going to give this. You have to drop and roll like you got shot for the ref to give the decision. It's not even like a thing where people are like, some people dive intentionally, like Kane, Vardy, Grealish, Maddison. But I rate Grealish. I take him at Arsenal, and if he dives and gets a penalty, I'm not complaining. If it happens against me, I'm going to complain. But that's part of the game.
Okay.
So-
But it shouldn't. I don't think that it should be part of the game. You can play sports and you can fall down when you get hit
No, when
and
you
not
fall-
roll over
yeah.
7 times and have them go out on the field with the spray
Yeah.
and the Brazilian wet sponge
Yeah.
that they put on your knee and magically your ACL regrows. Like you don't have to go to that extent. You
Nah,
can
but
get
you've
knocked
watched
down.
games with me, and you've seen people get tackled and nothing happens.
Right.
You have to roll to get the decision. That is how it is. If you get hit and you don't go, oh, the rest gonna be like, you ain't got fouled. You're not screaming. You're not rolling. Like, carry
Okay,
on.
so part of the game, it is how they. I do agree in the point that it is how the refs, like the refs dictate everything. It's the same thing happens with the NBA. When guys flop, I'm always like, listen, if they're gonna call it, they're gonna flop because they know they'll get the call. So the refs have to be better. What happens if Kroenke doesn't spend enough money though?
Then he needs to fuck off.
How do we get Kroenke out?
We gotta make.
Is there a Kroenke out?
Yeah, I will fully do Cronky out, like t-shirts, like fucking. You see that De Blasio thing? I want to do that, blood.
clowns?
Yeah, I want to do that.
How do you get somebody like? How do you get an owner to sell a team though?
I don't know. I heard that Josh Kroenke lives in New York. Maybe we could find out where he lives. Go and pay him a little visit. We don't have to be.
No, we don't have to do that.
We don't have to be like aggressive or not. We
No.
can just talk.
Yeah, we can just have a discussion. Do you guys?
debate.
We can talk. Innit?
Do you guys not like it when Americans buy teams?
Nah, I don't mind.
Okay.
Like,
As long as they spend money.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't care where you're from, bro. As long
Yeah.
as you spend the money.
Okay,
You understand?
that's
John Henry's at Liverpool. He does he's doing a good job there.
Yeah, they
you
had
got
their best season ever.
You got the Glaziers at Man
Glazer
United,
family, yeah.
who's put them in debt, but they still give them money. So, but the Man United fans are also not happy with their owners.
Got it. How many teams in the 20 teams that are in the EPL right now would you say are happy with their owners?
Man City,
He just spends. He's the oil guy,
yeah.
right? He just spends everything.
Chelsea, Everton,
Yeah.
Liverpool.
I know West
Not
Ham just.
really.
Oh,
not because he didn't really spend this year. That's why
Got
I
it.
think they've dropped behind. Because when you win the league, you always have to improve. You can't just stand on your laurels.
Right.
Everyone's trying to catch up.
But
So if
didn't
you
they
don't
just win
kick
last
on-
year?
Nah, but
yeah, they had their best year
Yeah,
ever.
you got to be. That's got to buy you at least like 2 years of goodwill, right?
Nah, but they've had that squad for like 3 years at the top. So that this is getting. Everyone knows how they play. You get found out. You have to bring new firepower to the team for you to kick on and get to the next level. That's where we flopped. Is that we haven't added enough firepower. We add Aubameyang, and then it's like
Will.i.am.
Yeah, you'll get Aubameyang and then Willian. You get me? It's like you'll get Gabriel and then David Luiz. You'll get Tierney and then fucking Bellerin. It's like, come on, bro. Like back in the day, it was Ashley Cole, Loren, Campbell, Cole, Torre, Vieira, Bergkamp, Henry, Perez, Ljungberg. These players will walk into any team in world football. Now, it's probably only Aubameyang that could probably get into teams.
Where'd you get the name Troopz from?
That's my nickname from like childhood, from like the streets and that.
Yeah,
My name was Trooper, and then my mum was like, "If you're gonna do this YouTube thing, like obviously you can't go with Trooper. That sounds a bit like rough." So I was like, "What should I go with?" She was like, "Troopz," but she was like, "But put it with a Z for you lot, but a Z for me in it." So I was like, "Yeah, I'll fuck with that, like." And then boom.
Look at that. Mom came up with the best marketing
Yeah.
advice
Like,
you've
she,
ever
she
had.
gave my real name, which is Wavy. I ain't gonna say that, but you get me. She gave me the nickname as well, blood. So
Wait, your real name's Wavy?
No.
no, I'm saying I'm not gonna say my real name.
Right.
No.
Yeah. I don't like to scream the government.
Yeah. We don't have to get into your
Yeah.
distrust of the government overall.
I think it's healthy to have
Fuck
a decent distrust of the
them,
government.
he
man.
doesn't trust any government.
Yeah, I'm not with it.
Yeah. When we drove down to West Virginia together, we got deep into the distrust
Yeah.
of the government, which
Very.
again we don't have to talk about.
Yeah.
All right. So what about you've traveled everywhere, right? What's the coolest place you've seen a game? You've traveled everywhere in England. You went to Russia for a World Cup. You've been to America a bunch. What's like the best, most fun time that you've had traveling for soccer?
Probably the last pre-season tour, which was America. Like we went LA, Denver, Vegas, Atlanta, Charlotte, and DC.
And you guys just go and get drunk and have a great time.
Nah,
That's fucking awesome.
Yeah, we get drunk, but like the content still flows in it. We're
Right.
still it's an enjoyable job.
Right.
You get me? Kind of like for you lot.
Yeah.
Where it's enjoyable. Like I don't really see it as a job. It's just like I'm following my team.
Yeah.
It's a dream.
Yeah.
What does America need to do to get good at soccer?
I mean,
You
we
need
could
to-
be if we wanted to be, right?
Well, you got like Pulisic and them man there. You get me? You just
Pusilic.
need more. I think you need better coaching. So European coaches coming over here will
So
help you.
we don't bring Bruce Arena back for like a 5th tour of duty.
Nah, you need to get like when you got Klinsmann, you had a good team.
Yeah.
You get me?
Youth academies.
You get me? You understand? You have to spend money
Right.
on grassroots.
But it
Grassroots
also-
is like the lower route, and you need to get like Europeans in because, like it or not, we're the ones that understand the best football. We got the philosophies. We know everything. If it's basketball, then you man run your thing in it. But
Well, what about South America? What about
South
Brazil?
America as well. But your aim is to get to Europe, so more learn the European style of play.
But wouldn't you say that it's an uphill battle because soccer's not the most popular sport in the country? Like in England, that's it, right? I mean,
Nah,
what's the other sport that you watch?
You got rugby, you
Right.
got cricket, you got tennis.
But it's not even close to.
It is.
It is?
Yeah, it is.
That's-
Rugby still get 80,000 sellout just like football.
But in terms of TV,
TV, everything.
people watching, okay.
Yep.
All right. Okay.
Yeah, they watch it because rugby's for the rich people. You get me? Football's for the common man.
Got it.
So obviously, all the yuppies will watch that.
Got it.
You get me?
And I also just, I mean,
I kind of like rugby as well. I can't lie.
Who's your team in rugby?
They're around Saracens.
Okay.
Because they're literally like 10 minutes from my house. From
I like
my mum's
them.
house.
I like Bath.
Oh, Bath.
I went to a game
That's
out
way
there one
up
time.
north.
Out in Bristol, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I went to a game there one time. Best cider in the world.
Is it?
Out west, yes.
Man card.
Blackthorn.
Oh,
It's all they
shit.
sell.
Oh, shit.
Does it rain all the time in England?
Nah. That's a myth.
Really?
Yeah.
You sure?
I'm from London. We got sunshine, bro. London's hot right now. Hot. Like
Yeah,
What do you mean?
hot. Like it's February. It's February, and it's like I can't because you lot are weird with your fucking numbers, blood. We do it different.
Oh,
Yeah, we do it-
Celsius.
we do it
thing.
the correct
So
way.
right now in New York it says 7 degrees
Oh, whoa.
Celsius, yeah,
Okay.
and in London it's 11.
What is that?
At 46 degrees. It's hot.
That is hot.
So it's
very
nice
hot.
right now.
Yeah. Do you have
get
a
me?
beach?
My kids can roll around in just a tracksuit, no jacket, no hat, loving life.
Summertime.
You get me? Like London's like Manchester rains a lot.
Right.
London's the capital, so I think like they maneuver the weather and they push it up north. Like you fuckers get that.
Got it.
Down south, we're
Clouds.
getting
Makes
the light.
sense.
Do you have
get
a
me?
beach?
Yeah, not in London.
What are the English beaches like?
They're beautiful. Like if you go to like Somerset, they're very like sandy beaches. Like you got like the cottages along the beach. You get me? It's very nice, man. Brighton's a shithole. You get me? Bare fucking crack needles and fucking crackheads on the beach, and they got pebbles. So it's not even sand, blood. So you're there, like, imagine sitting there and you got bare pebbles going up your batty and them thing there. You're like, yo, blood. You understand? It's a mad thing, fam. You
Where are
get me?
the Peaky fucking Blinders from?
The Peaky Blinders?
Yeah.
Birmingham,
Do you know
right?
the
They're
Peaky
from
Blinders?
Birmingham, yeah.
They're from Birmingham.
Do you watch
Yeah.
that show?
Peaky Blinders?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that real?
Do you need subtitles?
I'm not sure. No, I don't need subtitles.
Oh, okay. You understand it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you?
Yeah.
Of
Oh,
course.
yeah.
You know. Brother, I don't understand. Like, we speak English. Why don't you lot understand? We understand you. Oh my God. Like, why can't you understand us? What's the problem? Like, what's happening, mate?
You
What are-
swallow your T's.
What are your thoughts on the royal family?
Yeah, but you pronounce everything.
Yeah, correct.
And then you pronounce everything wrong, like the Caribbean. It's the Caribbean.
What else do we pronounce wrong? Chips or crisps?
Water. Water. Yeah, water. It's water. Yeah, it's water. Water. Like
Cottage.
every word. Water.
Cottage cheese.
Cheese.
What do you think?
Cottage.
What are your thoughts on the royals?
I like the Queen Mother, R.I.P.
Right, she's dead.
You get me, rest in
You
peace.
like the mom of the queen.
Yeah, she was a lovely lady.
Okay.
Obviously, Princess Diana as well.
Right.
R.I.P. You get me.
And then everyone else, you're like, who
I like
cares?
I like Harry. You get
Okay.
me because interracial and them thing there. Big up
He's the
Meghan.
one who left.
Yeah, he's with Megan.
So he's not even a royal anymore.
He said,
nah, he
"Fuck
is a
you."
royal. He's
no,
not.
he disavowed.
Yeah, no,
royal.
actually, Big Cat, he's one of ours
He came
now.
out and said it. He's
We
a
have
royal,
him.
but he's not doing duties.
No. You can't have it both ways.
Yes,
He's
you
not
can.
a royal
He
anymore.
is a royal.
No,
He's out.
He's
How is
moving,
he out if
he
his
moved to
fucking
America.
dad
You can't be a
is
royal
like flipping
and then
heir
leave.
to the throne.
Yeah, he denounced it. He disavowed.
No, he denounced his work, so he's still a royal, but he's just not doing like royal duties.
Well, how
Which
come,
is what?
How
What
come
is
he
the royal
lives over
duties?
here?
Like when they go to like when they send them
Pedophilia.
whoa,
Oh, shit, that's what's his name.
Whoa, that's you. lot.
Andrew. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's more. That's
No.
that's all you lot with
He
your
doesn't
fucking.
sweat. He
That's
doesn't
you lot with
sweat.
your island. That's you lot with your dodgy island.
Yeah, it's in the
Don't
Caribbean.
ever try to come with that Epstein shit round here, blood. You understand?
All right, what are the royal duties for real?
Like you go to like you'll go to I don't know, like you go to like children's hospitals, make a, like you know me, make appearances. You understand? Like go
Wave
to
to
I don't know,
people.
go to like flipping
Weddings.
like you understand? Come America.
Hang
A
and
lot of-
wave.
Fuck Biden.
Pageantry.
Cut out.
That sounds pretty good.
You
That's
just
it, like,
you
get
get
me?
dressed up and then you
That's
get
a
your
good
picture
life.
taken
Yeah.
and you
Yeah.
wave at things.
You
right?
wave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And hello, hi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Who's the guy that looks like he's dead all the time?
Prince Andrew.
No.
No, Prince Philip. Sorry.
That's
That's
the
my
queen's
guy.
brother.
No,
or
that's
no,
the queen's
boyfriend.
husband.
Boyfriend.
Husband.
They got married?
Of course they got married.
So why isn't he the
He's on the
king?
outs, isn't he?
Because she's not. Because she's in the hierarchy. He's not. He married into it.
But she married the husband
She's
of the
the
queen
highest-
should
blood.
be the
It's
king.
blood. It's a blood thing.
Yeah, I understand,
He's
but
not
he should
bloodline.
be he should still be the king for while he's alive.
No, because he's not blood. That's like you. That's like me marrying. That's like me marry. I don't know. Say you had a sister. She's the queen. I marry your sister, but I'm not related. I've married.
you
into
become-
her
you
family.
become the
the
king.
king
Nah, but I'm
for a
not,
while.
I've married into the
No,
family.
it
It's
should
not
be like a
blood.
bounty honor where like if you are able
What,
to
Doug?
marry this woman,
Yeah.
then
Nah,
you become
allow that.
king.
He gets the king.
Yeah.
It's king in name. King
Nah.
in name alone.
You see, you're being sexist now.
Why?
Because why can't there be a queen?
Well, it should be the other way around
the
too.
queen still is the boss.
Yeah.
Like-
but the king is just like, hey, it would be nice if give him a little
Nah,
respect.
but
He's
there's
the
only-
husband.
yeah, he's the prince.
No, he's the boyfriend. Then he's a
No,
boyfriend.
he's a king.
No, he's a boyfriend.
He
He's
bet-
not a king, sorry. He's the prince. He's
He
the husband.
betted down a queen. You should become king.
Right. But
Nah.
the queen should still be the boss.
But you don't have a queen or a king.
Yeah,
Right,
because we fought a whole war about
Right,
it.
exactly.
Remember that when we kicked your ass?
No false idols.
Yeah, but let's not forget how small we are. We nearly whooped your ass, blood. Yeah.
What?
You nearly whooped
So
our
imagine
ass?
if we were bigger. We
You
would have
had a
took
navy.
this shit, blood.
I don't
What do you
think
mean
we
if you
had a
imagine
navy.
you were bigger?
We would have took this shit. Yeah, we would have took this
You
shit.
were the
and
world
just-
power.
Blood. You understand?
You were the biggest power in the world.
Nah, but we're like the smallest country. We're like one of the smallest countries in the world, bro.
Okay.
New York is bigger than.
So you're all
New York is nearly bigger than England.
All bark, no bite.
You do know that, innit?
The
What
sun
do you
never
mean? Are you mad? We're
sets.
pure.
All bark, no bite.
Nah, we're pure bite, blood. You understand?
How come you keep fighting wars against the French?
Why'd you keep
Why do
fighting
you
wars against the
that's
Russians?
Like, that's like me picking.
Why'd you
fights.
keep fighting what?
They're
Big
a
up
worthy
Putin, blood,
opponent.
my brother.
They've got
Big
nuclear
up
weapons.
Yeah, I like Putin, blood.
No.
I'm cool with Putin, blood.
We disavow.
I ain't trying
Oh
to
yeah,
get.
because you want him to own Arsenal.
Yeah, blood. What you mean?
I actually respect
You
that.
can't Putin, blood.
Yeah, I would welcome Putin owning the Washington football team.
Nah, you know what it is, yeah? My aunt is from Azerbaijan, not Azerbaijan, Armenia.
Okay.
So obviously the Russian kind of influences there. Obviously they don't get on, but you
Right.
get me. It's
Right.
kind of, yeah, it's mad.
All right, wait. I had a fuck. Oh, who's the goat?
Saka.
No. All time.
Oh.
Give me the goat in England all time, and then the goat for Arsenal. I mean Henry for Arsenal,
Yeah, Henry for Arsenal.
and then Michael Owen for England.
Nah.
Dude,
Paul-
remember
me
when
and
he,
you spoke
remember
about
when he
this.
played when he was 16?
Nah,
That was sick.
nah.
He had a great
Paul.
goal.
Yeah, he was 16
He's fast.
years old.
Really fast.
Paul Gascoigne or
David Beckham.
Rooney.
Oh, okay.
Gazza or Rooney. In the
Do you
world,
think the press was too mean to Rooney?
Rooney.
Yeah.
That's just the English press. That's
They
what
just
I
go
thought.
crazy.
Yeah,
What?
they're just pricks.
What is it? What is it like?
There's like
They
naked
went for
pictures
me.
in the newspapers.
Nah,
though, too.
they even went for me. Like,
Really?
yeah, proper went
It's
for me.
it's like paparazzi on steroids, right?
Yeah.
So they just
you've got
follow
it-
everyone
You've
everywhere?
got it easy out here.
Why'd they go for you?
Because I'm black and the way I talk, I tell you straight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's different about
And
the way that you
as
talk?
they see me as a threat. Like they're politically correct, and they've been media trained, and I've come in this world and just like rocked it. You understand? And people.
You're a game changer.
Yeah, people value my opinion more than these old fucking has-beens.
They're afraid
Because
of the
I'm
truth.
Yeah, I'm a fan, so I
like it.
It's more to me than these man. Get me? They go to college and shit. I've just grew up watching my team.
Yeah, that's what people want to hear. I mean, that's like us. We're just fans.
Yeah, it's raw.
So Rooney, he had like a ton of stories, right? Like
Yeah,
of all kinds
that
of
with
shit.
one with a like he's known to like grannies apparently.
Oh,
Yeah,
Okay,
no,
no
no,
hating on
Yeah,
that.
I kind of like
Yeah.
that.
As he
Oh,
talked-
good for
you
him.
like the gilfs?
Oh,
You
so-
like the gilfs?
So
No,
he
I
could be
respect
king.
a man that likes gilfs.
Oh,
it's different.
Yeah.
do you like gilfs?
I'm an admirer certain gilfs, sure.
Okay.
I'm sure
So
there's.
I
who would you
respect all women,
Who would
yeah.
you say is a gilf?
The Queen.
Yeah.
I was going like more Meryl Streep.
Oh,
Queen Mum.
Okay.
Yeah, Meryl Streep, sure.
You know what was it? Calendar girls. They're all beautiful ladies.
Who?
Calendar girls.
What
it was
is
like the older ladies. Meryl Streep was in it. What's
Are
her
you
name?
talking about the
Dame
Golden
Judi
Girls?
Dench.
What is?
Dame
No,
Judi
yeah,
Dench.
it was a movie.
Oh, the
Calendar
Calendar
Girls.
Girls.
Yeah, it
movie?
was like an older ladies, but they were all. You could tell they was all.
Do you guys watch American movies?
Of course we do. We grew up on it.
Like, what's your favorite movie?
What mine?
Yeah,
Um,
Forrest Gump.
Boys in the Hood, probably.
Okay.
Probably my favorite one.
Okay.
You get me? Because my son's name's Trey, and the main character is Trey.
There you go.
You ever
So-
see The Patriot? Mel Gibson
No.
You ever see Braveheart?
kicks.
Yeah, of course I
Yeah.
did. That's in Scotland, lad.
Yeah, Braveheart was cool.
Yeah,
They make
yeah.
Mel Gibson makes a lot of movies about
Mel
just
Gibson's
kicking
a good
English
actor.
ass,
Yeah.
right?
He's a quality actor.
Yeah.
I like his films. I think What Women Want was a fucking hilarious, blood.
You like that one?
I think me and my chick went to watch that, blood. I'd love to like have that, blood. Like you're sitting there, yeah, and she's just cussing you off, and you're like, you think I don't know what you're saying, blood? You think I don't know what you're saying, blood? Like,
Isn't
it would be sick to know what they want, bruv, because my girl never knows what she wants, but I don't know whether she's coming or going, blood. So it would be amazing to get into like a woman's mind and
She
see.
probably says the same thing about you.
Nah, I'm coming all the time.
Oh, okay.
Straight
That was
gunshot.
nice. That
Horny
was-
guy.
I just
Yeah,
fucking
yeah, feel
set
me?
you up
Fish
for
in a
that
barrel.
one.
Yeah,
That was-
line me
Can
up.
you-
blood.
That was a
Home
qua-
run.
a
Boom.
quality cross.
You understand?
Yeah.
what are the
Set
words?
piece?
What are the words that you're not allowed to say on British television?
Cunt.
Okay.
That's a great word.
Yeah, that's a football word.
What about
It's
twat?
football word.
Can't say twat. Prick. bitch.
Blood.
You could say blood. You
What?
could say fam.
What?
They tried to stop me from saying it one time.
So wait, Arsenal is 9th right now in the table.
Now we're 10th now.
10th?
Fucking
Oh
them scumbags
shit!
won.
That literally just happened.
Yeah,
So
them scumbags
realistically, so for people who don't understand, the top of the table, top 4 go to the Champions League.
Top
5th,
3 go straight through. The 4th goes into a qualifier to get into it.
and then 5th and 6th go to the
Europa League.
which Arsenal's in right now.
Yeah.
And so that's do you think that the EPL should have playoffs? That's the only thing. I like watching the EPL. I understand it now. I think that's the biggest problem is I for a long time I didn't understand all the tournaments and how it all worked. But do you think it would be cool if you guys had a playoff?
Nah, because for me, like, if you finish top, then you've won. Why should you finish 4th and then get a chance to play for a trophy? You've lost.
Because having elimination
Winning is
games
winning.
Playoffs
really
is so
cool.
much fun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but that's where you have the cups in it. That's
The
where you have
FA
the-
Cup,
that's
which
the
is-
FA Cup, the EFL Cup. You got Champions League, you got the Europa League, and then in Spain they've got their thing. France, everyone's got their own cup competition to cover it.
Explain the FA Cup because I think that's my favorite tournament.
FA Cup.
Yeah.
So the FA Cup starts in January and it runs until May. We've won that the most times, but we're out of it this year. We won it last year, so we're the reigning holders, obviously, until whoever wins it this year. That comes in January, and it's just literally normally, like, without Corona, it could be like you play the first, like, it's one game, but if it's a draw, it'll go to a replay. Because there's Corona now, they've kind of cut it and said if it's a draw at full time, it goes straight to penalties.
Okay.
So it starts. So any team in any football team in England can enter the FA Cup. That's why
Right.
the FA Cup's so sick.
Right.
Because you could be a grassroots team, like just playing Sunday League with your man them, and then you could get to the 3rd round and get a Man United away, a Liverpool away, and then that's like what dreams are made of.
Yeah,
So they call it
that's the
magic.
shit that Marky Mark would make
Right.
a movie out of.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
or
they-
Tony Danza.
Yeah.
So they call it the magic of the cup. And then back in the day, the one game that was always on, in the whole world, even America, was the FA Cup final. It was always on. And in England back in the day, the FA Cup final, the whole day would be strictly for the FA Cup final. So from you wake up at 9 in the morning, they'll have like sections on this team, on both teams that are playing, history of their things.
It's
their
the Super
run
Bowl.
up. Yeah, it's literally, it's
And-
like the Super
It's
Bowl,
the Super Bowl.
but the cup one.
But it's the Super Bowl if the NFL played a tournament where, like, we could have a team play, like
Barstool could have a
play
team.
the Dallas Cowboys.
Exactly.
And we get killed, but that moment where, they'll have Arsenal, a huge fucking club, go and play, like, a YMCA
Yeah.
team in front of, like, 1,000 people, right?
So what's the
That's
smallest?
awesome.
What's
Yeah,
the
yeah.
smallest team that's ever won that tournament?
Tottenham.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So there's never actually been.
Yeah, that was a setup.
I don't know. Recent years, probably smallest team was Wigan when they beat Man City in the final. That was like a fuck me, bro. I remember Man City got a man sent off in the 83rd minute, and then Wigan scored 90th minute, literally 90th minute from a corner. Boom.
And Wigan's not even in the. Are they in the
worst thing is-
Championship League?
The worst thing is, the year they won it, they got relegated. So they got relegated so they won the FA Cup on the Saturday.
Yeah.
They came to us. They played us on the Tuesday. We beat them 4-1 and relegated them.
And they put all, because that's the other thing is that there becomes this, like, do we put all of our best guys playing an FA Cup
you mix and
game
match.
or Europa game or the EPL? So is the FA Cup? Would you rather win the FA Cup or the league?
The league.
Okay, so that's not even close.
Yeah. The
But
league.
FA Cup is second, right? You'd say, or no, not talking
UEFA,
about
right?
European.
Yeah.
You'd rather win Champions
the
League
first-
1, right?
Yeah, so the first one would be
Champions League.
a European trophy.
And that is
So it
explain
could-
that to people. The Champions League.
So the Champions League is, in England, it's the 4 best teams. In Spain, it's the 4 best. Italy is the 3rd, the 3 best. Portugal 2 best. And then
Germany.
Germany 3 best. And then
Russia,
the other, and then
yeah.
the little countries, the so to say, no disrespect, the so to say smaller minerals. So like Russia will have 1, Latvia will have 1, Poland will have 1, and then they get split into A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. So 8 groups of 6. Yeah, you play each other 2 times, so home and away. The top 2 go through. The 3rd team drops into the Europa League. So at the end of the group stage, everyone gets 6 games. After 6 games, top 2 go through. The 3rd one drops into the Europa. The 4th one's out of Europe. Then it goes into knockout competition. So you got 2 legs. So after that, you got the last 16. You get 2 legs there, but then you got away goals. So if you play away from home, if you score 1, that counts as 2.
Right.
So that's why you're always like, when you get the when you go away, you're always like, bruv, if we lose 2-1, that's good. We drew 2-2.
Right.
So we're already, you understand? So as long as
Yep,
we get
makes sense. It makes sense.
Get the away goal, blood, like.
Yeah.
Right.
So like it's mad because you could win the home leg 1-0. No, you could. So what? So yeah.
It'd be way better to lose 2-1 than 1-0.
So watch this.
Yeah.
You could
on the road.
You could win your home leg 1-0, but then
Lose 2-1 in
nah,
advance.
draw 2-2
Yeah.
away, and you're out because away goals.
Right.
Right.
It's
Okay.
mad. You've seen people go through on lower scores, but because they got the away goals,
And
it doubles it.
And so Champions League is to use an analogy for American sports, it would be as if there were competitive leagues to the NFL in like all of our neighboring countries.
Yeah.
And then after the Super Bowl, it's like, all right, the teams that went to the AFC and NFC Championship now play the top 4 teams from Mexico. And so I love that.
But it's not even like it's not even like that because it runs in the same season.
Right.
So
it's
everything,
concurrent. It's concurrent.
so in the season you'll be in your league competition.
That's a
Then
confusing
you'll have,
part, I think.
yeah, because Arsenal, like the big clubs, let's say the big clubs are Arsenal. So we'll start off in 4 competitions because we'll have the league, the 2 cup competitions, and then the European tournament we're in. There's teams that just have the league, and then you got like the EFL Cup and the FA Cup.
yeah.
So it's mad. There's so much fixture pile up, and then when Christmas comes, you're playing like maybe 6 games in the space of like 12 days.
So it sounds like there's just so many different tournaments and so many different cups and competitions that you play in. Is there actually, like, when is the off season for soccer?
So from May until August, that's when everyone has a break. But then when it's international year, you're fucked. Because if there's World Cup, then in your football player, you literally finish in May, you get like 2 weeks off, and then you're gone to train with your international team. And then you train with them, do your tournament until you get knocked out. Then you go away for 2 weeks. Then you're back training again.
Yeah.
So it's mad.
You basically have like a 2 weeks to go sit on a yacht with a model.
Or your wife and your kids.
Yeah. Remember the time the Marion Götze, he had that big fucking boner on the yacht? That was pretty funny.
Yeah, I bet you
The Germany
remember that.
guy. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
I don't remember
It was
that.
very funny.
Vaguely.
Yeah, I'll show you.
Nah, he had like, I remember. He
Yeah,
had, like,
see,
tight
you
shorts.
do.
I know, of course I know, bro. Because that picture went viral on Twitter. He was in like
see?
tight shorts.
Don't try to pretend you don't know what I'm talking
Facts, bro.
about.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's a semi.
And it was like
It's a
he had
decent
just won the
semi.
World
See,
Cup.
even that semi.
Yeah,
It's a
yeah.
semi.
Semi.
He had just won the World
Semi.
Cup, and then he's like, all of a sudden, everyone's after him
Yeah,
because he's
because
got a fucking
he scored the winner.
Yeah, because he's got a rock hard boner on him.
And he does have a beautiful wife.
I don't.
Well,
I
at the
thought you were
time
going
he
to say a
did.
beautiful semi.
I don't know about that.
How can you get mad? How is that insulting somebody? Oh, look at this asshole that just won the World Cup. Now he's got a boner around his hot wife on vacation.
Because
Is that supposed to be like owned?
That's what it is. They're trying to like just they're trying to just like throw dirt on his name because he's done well. So it's like, okay, how can we
Look
bring
at his
him?
dick.
Yeah,
Yeah.
how can we bring him down now? Okay, look, he's got a boner.
What's a
Like,
what's the
fuck?
Farmers League?
The Farmers League?
Yeah.
That's the Europa League.
What does that mean?
That's the one Arsenal.
That's the one that we're
I know,
in.
but I've just heard a lot of people talk about things like, oh, it's a Farmers League. It's a big insult, right?
Yeah, because like it's not the serious teams. Like it's all the big teams are in Champions League, innit? It's the big teams that are kind of that fell off are in the Europa League. So like us, United, Tottenham, you get me? We're in it.
Yeah.
And
What if you took an all-star team of everybody that played in the EPL, every team from there, every team that played in Ligue 1, every team that played in the Italian, whatever it is,
Serie A.
Serie A, everyone that played in the Bundesliga, and everyone that played in Spain? Which country has like the best players that are currently playing in their league right now?
I don't know, man. That's a tough one.
Bundesliga.
Nah.
Yeah.
Russian Premiership.
They've won the most Champions League, have they not?
No, but when you look at,
I think I'm right.
but if
Bayern.
I don't know, man. I think England's got a good team, a very good team. If you put this all stars, because you got De Bruyne, Sterling, you got Kane the scumbag, you got Aubameyang, you got
Who's the best player in the world right now?
right now.
Messi.
Right now,
For me,
today.
the best in
Today.
the world for me. Like the best, I'd say the best. Yeah, like all right, the best is for me is Ronaldo,
Boo.
CR7. Yeah,
I don't
but
like
for
him.
me right now, Mbappe.
Okay.
That makes sense.
They're not coming close to him, bro. That kid is something else, blood. The way he just goes.
Now, will he eventually like get transferred to the EPL at some point, or is he just going to be PSG for life?
Nah, he'll leave PSG. There's rumors that he's going Madrid.
Really?
We actually had talks with him. Wenger tried to sign him on a free. His contract was running down at Monaco before he signed his new deal. We actually had talks with him, but he never chose us. He chose to stay at Monaco.
Okay,
so we could have Mbappe now.
So last question from me. Explain this. Transfer windows and like being out on loan.
So transfer window is that's in the off. So you got transfer window from June until September the 1st, where you can just buy any player you want, do what you want, rare tear tear.
So it's not even a trade. You can just say, I want this guy.
Yeah,
I want Messi. I'm gonna pay
200 million.
Yeah, and now he's on my team.
Yeah,
that's fucking awesome.
Not as easy. Like obviously the club have to accept the bid.
Yeah.
And then contract talks and whatnot. And then you've got 2 transfer windows. So you've got it from June until September, and then you've got one in January. January, not a lot happens. More people go out on loan. The loan thing is where you can go to another club and then say, can we loan your player for a season? We'll give him back to you, but we'll pay his wages for the year.
Okay, what if that player just really likes it on the new team, though? Can he just be like, I'm staying here?
Because if you loan a player, you can always put an option to buy. So if you loan him and he does good, then you've got that option to call the club and say, yo, you know what? He's done well here. We want to keep him. How much you lot want for him?
So in the middle, in the second transfer period in January, if your team is shit and you're like, all right, well, we're not going to compete for the top. We're not going to get relegated. We're right in the middle, like an Arsenal right now. You can loan out one of your best players and be like, let's at least get some money for it.
Nah, fuck that.
They don't do that?
Nah.
No one does that.
Not your best players. You
okay.
You loan out people that can't get in the team.
Got
you
it.
loan out people that you want to play, but you can't get them game time now, so you're going to send them on loan to get game time.
Why don't you loan out your best players and then just get a shitload of money for them?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's what we do here in America.
Because loan fees are much like loan fees like £1 million. You can't buy no one for £1 million.
I wish we had that element in pro sports here. Like loans would be so sick. If you were like, all right, we need a hit. All right, we're gonna loan Mike Trout from the Angels for 2 months, and then he's back on the Angels. That'd be awesome. That would be. I mean, I think that would make sports very interesting.
Yeah, the Carolina Hurricanes, their owner is just straight up like a payday loan guy, anyways.
Yeah,
like come the playoffs, just load up on guys from these like reserve rosters. That'd be awesome. All
right, do you have any questions for us about America? We love having you here.
Why don't you lot fuck with football?
We do. We fuck with football.
We
talk soccer all
America,
the time.
No, America on the whole.
So I care more about women's soccer because we win at it. So I enjoy watching the women's national team. I obviously like when the U.S. is playing the World Cup. I watch every game. I watch mostly like every game of every World Cup regardless. But it sucks. It's very hard for an entire country to get into a sport when we sometimes aren't even like a top 30 team in the world at it. You know?
So from my perspective, I think we're getting there. But to me, it's when you have like the MLS. So I watch the EPL, then I watch the MLS. It's completely different. And you can notice it if you watch both. And that's no knock on the MLS because it's obviously a growing league. But it would be like saying I want to watch Division III football instead of the NFL. Like if you have the choice of both, you're going to watch the NFL. So I think when we don't have the best league, because you think about it, NHL, NFL, MLB, and NBA, those are the best leagues in the world for those sports. MLS is not that way, so I think it's a little bit harder. And I think they're getting there. I don't know. It's definitely growing.
It's never going to be the top tier sport in America. It's just
always going to be the NFL.
Going to happen. But
can it rise to top 3?
Top 3. Well, which one are you kicking out? Over NHL?
I wouldn't be shocked.
I'd say what? NFL.
In 50 years.
NFL have always been number 1.
It's like
NFL, basketball, and then football.
Well, not always number 1. That's the thing. So you could make the argument that it could because it has, baseball was America's pastime, right? Yeah. And now NBA and NFL have jumped it. So you think in 50 years there could be a world where it's NFL still number 1, NBA, and then maybe soccer. I mean, it would be crazy.
Takeover, yeah. No, it's not impossible.
Totally
because
out of the realm.
Things do change in America. Like you said, horse racing, boxing, and baseball used to be the biggest sports. Just like
horse racing,
70 years ago, 80 years ago. So things do change, and I mean, the game obviously has global appeal. And the more that America becomes a melting pot and more people from different cultures move to this country, you're going to see television stations paying more money for those rights because they're like, oh shit, now there are like 30 million people that might watch soccer on a Sunday morning as opposed to 10 million people just a couple decades ago. So it's going to grow. I don't know if it'll ever reach over like baseball or basketball, maybe hockey. It might be able to be hockey.
More goals too.
Yeah. Make the goal bigger.
I mean, the goals, like, you have to say, I've seen it twice this year now. Arsenal has played 2 games where the opponent has scored a goal in the second minute, and then that's it. That sucks.
Yeah, I know.
And you could say the same about baseball, but even in baseball, when it's like a 1-0 game, then it's a pitcher's duel. You know what I mean? So when it's a 0-0 game, can you ever walk away from it being like, that was electric?
Yeah, because there are some games that are just, you can have a great 0-0. Where it's just end to end, and it's just the keepers are the ones that are just moving mad. Like
we like home runs, touchdowns.
Yeah. Obviously, you like goals, but
beer. We're American.
Well, see, here's what you should do. What we did here in America is we sat down and we took our football and we said, you know what? If we just make every time you score worth 7 points, it seems like there's more scoring. Like, what if every goal was worth 5?
That would be cool.
That would get like a 5-0 game.
Yeah, you guys
I would
won
watch
15.
that.
You beat Leicester 15-5 today.
You see that? Doesn't that sound way more exciting?
Better.
Nah, that sounds like tennis, bruv.
That's way
That
better.
Yeah, it sounds better.
Oh, how about
40-15?
It sounds
how about
better.
if you score a goal, it's worth 4, and then you get an immediate penalty kick for the extra point?
Yeah, I like that. And then maybe every corner kick is worth a third of a goal.
Yeah. See?
Nah, you're just
and then
trying to add points.
You can also
yes,
use
exactly.
So
Nah.
also Troopz, you can use your hands, and if you carry the ball over the end line, that's a touchdown. We'll call it.
No.
That sounds like a cool sport.
And then you wear pads.
We'll keep it 11 on 11.
Fuck pads.
That works.
The only pads we're wearing is shin pads. No head guards, no mouth guards, no shoulder blades, none of that.
And you can tackle each other, physically tackle each other.
And
you
Patrick,
can throw
Patrick
it.
Mahomes plays.
Yep. This sounds like a
that's
good sport.
Nah,
I think we fixed it.
That sounds bullshit. I think you just ruined it.
We'll get rid of VAR though, and we'll have Mike Pereira just do.
Keep VAR. Just get the people to fucking
That's
actually
so.
know
That's
what to do.
I feel like I'd be very good at that. Is to be like the VAR guy, because
You got your badges, blood. So
like
you should ref.
like it or not, nobody really knows what a handball is, because it's so
But
subjective.
they changed the rules so much.
They change it so much, and really, if you try to legislate what a handball is and isn't in soccer, you can't ever reach the perfect place, because there'll always be an instance where, okay, you can say only if it's an intentional handling of the ball.
Or your hands in an unnatural position.
Or,
Right.
but what does that mean? Like an unnatural position?
Elbow.
Up in the air.
Yeah, but it's tough,
Like
because
that.
sometimes
Someone's crossing the ball, you're doing that. That's unnatural.
it leaves too much up to the
Naturally,
officials
you
sometimes.
understand?
Yeah.
Looking like a hot dog.
Yeah.
You get me? Real talk.
All right. Everyone go listen to Troopz podcast with Za. It's called the Back Again with Troopz podcast.
Is that like a little redundant of a name? Back again?
No.
Isn't it the same thing?
It's the catchphrase.
We're back again.
We're back.
Because you'll come back
But
again to listen.
we're back.
Yeah.
And we're back again this week.
Yeah, and every
Yeah,
time
sorry.
Arsenal wins, you're like, we're back again,
We're
even
back
though
again.
you're 10th in the table. 10th.
When I bring you London,
That's average.
When I bring you
That's
London,
average.
I'm gonna bring
I'm
you.
going to be back again.
Yeah, you won't come back again.
I'll bring an umbrella.
Yeah, you better bring more than an umbrella.
What
you
else?
better bring a vest.
Oh, pads so we can
Nah.
play some football?
Something like that.
All right. Troopz, thank you. Everyone follow him.
Nah, I appreciate you lot letting me come on, man. Seriously,
And watch
man. Big up
his
the man
live.
them.
His live watches are awesome. So anytime Arsenal's playing, he's live on YouTube. They're so much fun.
Nah, thank you, man.
Yeah.
I appreciate you, man. Big Cat, you're a troll, but you get me. You're my guy. PFT, you already fucking know, blood.